everybody! Hello, hello, hello! And hopefully I'm starting this on time with a little bit more collection of jumping jacks. And we seem to be up and rolling, seem to be smooth. It's what you think. Okay, I'm completely utter doused as a normal Saturday morning. Ate my breakfast. Mm-hmm. 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 Isn't that great? Oh, it was so good for me. So let's get back down into our stream and talk about it. We're going to be running on the Feather River again today. It was an excellent choice. Now I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to put together as a concept. Looking at some modern diesels again. Thought about doing some steam. I think we'll wait and hold off until next weekend on that one. But definitely want to put something that's a little bit more common. So I'm looking at potentially some BNSF units to put together. I think that would be pretty cool. Some 44 CWs, some 40-CWs. Not really quite sure. The other possibility is we could put it as a little bit older territory, so we could put it in the Burlington northern liveries. Go back a little bit. We still have the option to use the Western Pacifics because now there's a bunch more Western Pacific livery out there. Man, it must be allergies. Oh, lordy, lordy, alright. Excuse me. I'm gonna turn the mic down here for a second. is going to be doing it from the destroyer position. I'm going to do it from the floaty camera position. And this will start at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Brakes off. Train's moving. We now have literally 43 minutes left of the stream. I guess we'll enjoy it when we get to the steam engine component. That's what you want to see, right? The steam engines. 4 hours to 2 or 1.5 hours. Yeah, exactly. This is what happens when it crashes. At least this is a good train. I like this train. I'm gonna have to keep this train around and use it for another stream. Maybe. I don't generally like doing that. I like recreating different engines, but I may be able to use it in a, let's say, as an AI train for the future. So again, Fleet of Fog is hosting Death Race. It's put together by Hamspec, Raftguard, and myself in the camera positions. It starts at 6:30 p.m. The links to all of the individuals I mentioned are down in my support my friends list down below. They do work. Again, Raftguard will be doing it from the destroyer perspective. I will be doing it from the floaty boats. And Hamspec, the organizer of this race, will be doing it from the carrier perspective. So you'll be able to watch the race from 3 different perspectives. The winner of the race will be receiving a Mukasa. Don't ask me what that is. I think it's a cruiser, Russian cruiser. And this is in World of Warships. So the cutoff date for registering for that was on the 3rd of March. So everything's been put together. We're going to be starting that host at 6:30. Should be interesting. See those people dodge and run from 3 different steam perspectives. Did I say steam? I mean stream. I'm already thinking steam locomotive. So definitely will be fun later this evening. Now I'll be streaming that until it is completed, and then we will do our normal perspective stream right after that. Potentially it'll be American Truck Simulator, or maybe it'll be something else. I'm not sure yet. Turn off that bloody bell. Alright, well, we are at 63% power. We're on a 1% grade start. I'm not surprised it is so hard. So we're going to kick up the power again. Oh yeah, it looks like it's going to be about 2 hours, 45 minutes to completion. Oh, listen to the EMD diesel. It just makes the heart pound. And then there's that ugly GE. Oh! Gosh, I don't like the sound of those GEs. Let's see if we get a trackside view. Got it. Okay. Definitely, the settings that I went with were much better. Everything seems to be a little smoother. You can see the train there off in the distance. Speed limit's only 25 through here. Sometimes when taking pictures in this, you want to be grabbing like the second or third engine, because then you get a little bit more field of view depth. Oh, tunnel. It actually makes for a nice view. Now when we do the steam engine, what will be interesting about that is I haven't done steam in a while, and every time you come to the tunnel you have to close off the firebox, otherwise it'll flame back in and kill the crew. So that will be interesting. I wonder how many times I will kill the crew. and have to start all over again. We'll probably pick a location around KD, maybe do a couple runs, but we'll keep it short on that one. Trying to get a decent shot here. Still have to get a shot from the rear. Don't kill the crew. Yeah, I know. But it happens sometimes. I'm horrible that way. When we used to play Payday 2, I constantly killed civilians. In fact, we named a Ventrilo's channel after civilian deaths are accepted. That's how bad it was. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. Let's take a break right here. See if I can get the whole set in. Oh, there we go. That's pretty cool, I have to admit. Now, where are we in perspective? Center player to KD. Oh, we're actually within a couple tunnel sets. Okay. No, I'm speeding. Dang it. Cut the power a little bit. This would definitely be a good route for a helicopter and a camera setup. Entering another set of tunnels. Alright, we're going to see the helpers. I'll be able to get a picture of them. That's for sure. Gonna have to cut throttle down to 50% now. Still holding speed. I think I love those EMDs. Still. Okay, got a little bit more power, go 38. And the helpers should be popping out here in a second. I'll get a couple shots of those. Mid-train helpers, they're there. And another shot. Another shot. Another shot, and I'm still speeding. Wow. Holy crudnies. Alright. So, where are we? There's the train. Oh, lag. And there's one more tunnel before KD Junction. Let's see if I can get the rear train help. There we go. Because we haven't got a picture of the rear train help at all. There's still one more tunnel. There we go. Zoom in, see if we can make the perfect picture. From that perspective. Alright, now I gotta run over the Katy extremely quickly and set up on the exit, because we have not yet done that approach. Because what we're doing is leaving Katy and actually using the Burlington Northern line, which is going north, which is different for us. Every time we've been using the Western Pacific side or slash the side headed off to the Union Pacific side, which is this side. Now this time when we come out, we're going to be using the Burlington Northern side. So let's see if I can get a good perspective of the bridge and maybe the curve a little bit. It doesn't look like it. So, but here we are. Here we're coming out. Alright, now I've gone a little too slow. Need to increase my speed up. 13%. There we are. Popping out. Increase power. Now we're outside the tunnel. Oh look, it's going to be a 10 mile per hour. Wonder where that is. That would explain why the trains are so slow when they come out of here. Give it 13% power, just a hair bit. Let's go take a look. It shouldn't be a problem. Somebody must have made a switch there that was just too narrow. And there's the Katy siding. Okay, we need to get more power. Otherwise we're going to come to a stop. Back it off a little bit. See the train popping up. Let's see, just over there. Let's go freeform. A little bit more speed. Well, that explains the speeds that I see over the bridge every now and then, and how it transpires. Let's see if we can get a better view over here. Oh, we'll stand up on these cliffs and watch trains come around the bridge and escape before our very eyes. A little bit more power because we're coming around a curve. Wow. It is starting to slow, that's for sure. Why are you slowing down? Wow. Feel it. 63% power. Holy crudnies. Must be because of that curve. Yeah, check out the YouTube channel. Support the YouTube channel, friends and family. I think I just got enough power. Got to slow it down here a little bit. We haven't been this way off the loop. You can definitely see why it's a wonderful little thing. Let's just get over here. Got the tunnel on that side. Catch a train in a couple different locations. And it kind of explains why they're slow to go up this side, because if that switch is really set at that 10 mile an hour, although I can't believe it, I think it's probably set at 15, because some of the railroaders that we've been talking to have said that the lowest speed is 15 miles per hour, unless it's a special marked zone. Have to do some inspection on that. Pretty cool. I have to admit. See if we can get a big, wide picture of this whole entire thing. There you go. The KD Bridge, along with the curve north onto the BN lines up to the Great Northern. And this junction here goes west, east and south back into the Reno area. So basically, just like a loop, like the horseshoe curve. And it's entering a tunnel. I'm going to keep it at 15. All right. Little engineer's room, that's new. So we are literally just about 25 minutes out from our destination. And then we'll be making a crew change and having this train over to the next section of town. And let that crew take the train the rest of the way into Seattle. Because this line actually moves up the Great Northern and either ends up in Oregon or it ends up in Seattle and all of those wonderful places. I'll just wait to see here to see the rear helper come out. There's a closing to this the KD Bridge. I really am enjoying this route a lot. Okay, we're running and there she is, the rear helper. So you get a picture of the helpers, mid-train helpers in the rear there. Just up in there. And then take a picture. There we go. Okay, well let's catch up with our train at the front and start seeing some of this new scenery that we have not seen before. This is, again, the Great Northern side of the KD curve and KD Bridge. Excuse me, KD Bridge. Generally, we haven't looked at. We've been doing the Western Pacific side and the UP side. So this is the line and the access point for the Great Northern. So essentially we're on Great Northern tracks here, ladies and gentlemen. We're running at about 20 miles per hour. Might be a little fast, but hey, it's what it is. Looks like we're coming up to a little bit of viaduct. Now, one of the things I was surprised about was they actually took out the Williams Loop that's in here. It's very similar to the Tehachapi Loop, but it's called the Williams Loop. I was very disappointed with that. It should have been in. It's just a little bit farther east of Quincy. I could have taken the time to add that in. It's almost like their affinity towards loops. I have not done the Tehachapi Loop yet. Some very famous areas to us Americans, for sure. And a lot of people talk about the Tehachapi Loop. Met a lot of wonderful foreigners up at the Tehachapi Loop. A little bit slower. I don't want to get above 20. Oh, look at that. Nice little bridge. Over a dirt road. Honestly, do you feel a little relieved? Let's see here. A little bit more power. Keep it at 20 miles per hour for the moment. That GE unit. Ugh. Yeah. Ooh. Coming up pretty soon, we'll be able to go 25 miles per hour. Looks like we got another tunnel we head into. I'm actually going to be prepping for a vlog next week. I think I'm actually going to get one done. I have to go back and actually remember how to create a video. Train enters the tunnel. Okay, we're at 25 miles per hour, so I'm going to increase to 38%. Get ourselves above 20 miles an hour for the first time in a little bit. Again, we're on the Great Northern Side. Yeah, vlog. I gotta explain why I haven't put up a YouTube video in like a month. And I still haven't learned Premiere, so going to be doing that in a crash course over the next couple of weeks, since everything else is starting to work itself together. Okay, we're gonna pump it up to 50% power. Looks like, wow, this is the biggest grade I've seen yet. 1.5% on the whole entire route, and it happens to be on the Great Northern Side. Wow. We'll take a look here. I'm gonna kick up the juice a little bit more to 63%. Trying to do all that fancy camera work. Kind of practicing for this evening. We're at 20 miles per hour. Okay, we're going to kick it up one more to 75% power. We're a long train. Inside this tunnel, take a look. I do like the interiors of the tunnel. They've done pretty well with them. The problem is, in the earlier maps, the light gets absorbed too easily. And back out. To enter another tunnel. Let's say this is the most tunneled route I've ever been on. No wonder the SP and the Western Pacific and the Denver and Rio Grande used tunnel motors, but they're definitely the Denver and Rio Grande because they took over the WP tracks. And it was run by Denver and Rio Grande for such a long time, plus SP came through here a lot. You can hear the hum of those EMDs and the uncanny sound of the GE unit. Sounds like a trash can. Or a Model T humming along. We're at 1.5%. Now if it were running ES44 CWs, it would be way too easy. Guess I could kick it up a notch here. Sometimes there's a thrill just watching the engines going up like this. I don't know why. Got a good position on both. Why don't you just crest the curve over there? Almost near the end. I'll be taking a break until like 6 o'clock-ish, 6:35-ish. There'll probably be some testing going on with World of Warships. And again, a live event will happen. Ooh, wow. Yawn, stretch. Yeah, not great for footage. But there's not a lot of you guys watching at the moment. And if you don't like it, you can smack me for it. Again, just kind of pushing that World of Warships race. It should be very interesting this evening. Can't hear the horn from this distance. It's strange. And the engines are clearing. Back to the front. Maybe there's a better position. Notice is now at 1.5% grade again, climbing up into the South Cascades. Fairly steep here. Single track. Now there's a right-each way for I'm still here, surprisingly. Yeah, you're still there, that's for sure. I'm surprised you had to go. Coming up towards the top. At least this is a semi-friendly gaming environment until everybody else shows up. After this is all over with, I'm going to have to get together with the other streamers, figure out what's going on for this evening, what time we're meeting up, what time we're trying out stuff. I've got to upload Aslan's mod so I can get to the training room. Oh, look at that. We're actually cresting the top of the hill. We'll have to actually kick it back down. Coming out to the top speed. Oh my god, 40 miles per hour? What? What? We're in the middle of nowhere and almost out of trackage, and it's gonna now click us over 40 miles an hour. Take a look at this. Okay, center on player, right? That's where we're at. Show task. It's right there. We get to go 40 miles an hour if we were a short train for just a very limited amount of trackage space. Go figure that one out. Gotta slow the speed down. I'll let inertia carry me over the top. Because the train is literally large enough to, when probably right about here, it'll be able to actually kick up about 40 and then we'll have to slow it down already. down a little bit more. I know we're speeding and it'll change here in a minute, but I prefer to be a little bit on the safer side, especially after a little incident earlier of derailing. We coming to the end of the line? Yeah, we are coming to the end of the line. So that's the end of the line out here. This is our destination in Crescent Mills. And our crew change. Getting kind of tired. Gonna give it off to the next crew. Man, not too bad. So I think I'm gonna have to change the time for this. I'm gonna have to bump it up to 11 o'clock, I think. Alright, we're almost in the 40 mile per hour zone. Still going slow. Should take a look and see if we get a position over here. I'm gonna put us in railfan mode. Let's see what this does. Might have to adjust it here. Yeah, just a hair. Let's do it that way. Get to see the whole train for the first time. I'm gonna pop on the. Looks like I'm gonna be popping on the dynamic braking. Just a hair until we get crest. We will get cleared of the 40 mile per hour zone. So dynamics are easier. Multiple engines spread throughout the train. Should help it. I do like these BNSF grain cars. Probably going back to your question, Yummy, I just realized I never answered what my favorite rail car is. And I guess my favorite rail car would be the 6-axle, 6-truck low-boy flatbed cars, because they're just a heavy load on them, and the different cargoes that the different heavy and odd cargoes you would see on them. I think that's my favorite car of all time. It's also very similar to the military grade low boys. So I hope that kind of gives you an answer. Here comes the mid-train helpers, SD40 and SD45. Notice how the cars are rocking back and forth a little bit more here. Alrighty. Right back to the train brake. So yeah, I didn't totally forget. I was just over checking it in my head. Oh, you like covered hoppers. Yeah, they're not too bad too. Now these kind of hoppers, or right here, or gondolas, whatever you want to call them, are the most common that I see. At least nowadays. They're mostly hauling grain from the Midwest areas out to the ships to be taken over to China. Or just overseas in general to different countries. Here comes our rear helper. Canadian National and this D40. With the caboose and a red light on the caboose. Now we're in the 40 mile per hour area, but the reason I'm not going it is because it looks like I need to go back to the front of the train and begin my slowing progress. We're going to throw on dynamics. 48%. Start adding brake. 20, I don't want to stop. Wow, speed just plummeted. I've never been in the Crescent Mill, so we're going to get an overhead view now. Ooh, looks like a nice little small town. Just a little bit of rail town, a bus in the backyard of somebody's house. It looks too nice though. Small little housing group. And I wonder why that's over there. I wonder if there was a station there at one point. Whoa, we're going over into that section. Go figure that. Wonder why. Huh. Interesting. Put on my bell. Looks like I'm going to do a stop. Kill the dynamics at this point. Leave it at 2%. And we just came out of one of the hilliest areas. Wow. Guess we're going to need to pull up in there a little bit more. Release the brakes. That is odd that it would do that. I just don't understand. Why would it put us in the siding? This is one of the weirdest things about Train Simulator. It'll just drop you into the siding when it should be going right through the main. I mean, this siding is strictly primarily for, it's supposed to be for helpers. It's small little passenger trains or something, and that might be the case there where it's just the passenger aspect to it. Well, we're going to stop right before this crossing. That should be good enough. And there we go. Just let her glide to a stop. Apply some brake. There we go. Very odd ending to this. Very different lash up. And there we go. We've completed our run. Our run is now complete.